seen it all. I have officially seen it all. Kalia Copper's wig falls off in the middle of a game. They call a timeout. She runs to the locker room, putting her, you really can't make this stuff up. And Caitlin Clark, though she's not playing in Chicago, she still takes over Chicago. She is the main attraction, the biggest draw in all of the WNBA.
The WNBA was already wild, but nobody was ready for this courtside chaos. One player lost more than just the ball. She lost her wig, mid-play, mid-drama, mid-everything. And just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, a fan cracked one joke too many and got yeeted out of the arena like a rejected halftime act. Buckle up. This isn't just sports. This is reality TV with a scoreboard. Let's get into the madness you have to see to believe.
I'm not trying to make fun of, but goddamn. Joanna, man. Y'all can give elbows to the chin of Caitlin Clark every game, but people are getting kicked out of the game because they laughing at your wig. The wig piece is flying away. How in the world is she bald under that wig? That's the biggest issue here. Is she bald under the wig? I couldn't believe my eyes that her hairpiece got snatched out and they stopped the game. This is why y'all don't get paid as much as men. Show me a man hairpiece falling off, his toupee falling off, and they stop the game.
With all the weaves, wigs, and hair pulling going on, it's honestly shocking this didn't happen sooner. You'd think after decades of high-speed ponytail whiplash, industrial-strength edge glue, and the occasional mid-air bun malfunction, the WNBA would have put a disclaimer on tickets. Objects flying off heads may be closer than they appear. But nope, here we are, live on national television. A wig takes flight like it's trying to enter the draft.
You really can't make this stuff up. You really can't make this stuff up. They stop playing. Alyssa Thomas calls a timeout. The wig's on the floor. Copper tries to hide behind DeWanna Bonner. DeWanna Bonner not doing her any favors. DeWanna Bonner not doing any favor. That's got to be some type of girl code, right? There's got to be some type of code. If my wig falls off, you all need to huddle around me and make sure this moment doesn't look any more embarrassing.
This wasn't just any wig malfunction. This was a full-blown hair exorcism. 1 second it was secure, laid, and blessed by the salon gods. The next it was airborne, hovering like it was reenacting Space Jam. The crowd gasped. The bench tried not to laugh. And the camera operator? Oh, they zoomed in. Because nothing says WNBA moment like a rogue lace front doing the Harlem Shake in front of the scorer's table.
This is one of the many reasons I can't take this league seriously. This is one of the many reasons that I refer to the WNBA as pretend basketball. This league is literally the world of make-believe. It's a league of myths and fantasies, mythical racism, fake victims. The media describes WNBA players as elite athletes, which is one of the greatest myths ever told. There are players in the WNBA pretending to be stars.
And as if the wig's escape velocity wasn't enough, enter our side character, the fan. The brave soul who dared to make a joke about it. One tiny comment, probably something like, she got crossed and uncrowned. And security pounced like this was Area 51 and he just touched a laser beam. 1 minute he's laughing, next minute he's airborne like the wig itself. You know it's bad when even the popcorn vendor pauses like, did they really eject him over that?
These people just can't get it right. The WNBA just cannot get it right. Y'all got to make a decision, bro. Do y'all want fans or not? Do y'all want fans or not? This is ridiculous. Listen, I wasn't even going to touch on this. I left it alone. Until I saw a fan was thrown out of the game for laughing. This is ridiculous. The WNBA, y'all cannot be so sensitive about every little thing.
Now, let's talk about priorities. Players get injury timeouts for equipment issues. And by equipment, we're not talking sneakers or jerseys. We're talking lash glue failing under defensive pressure, a rogue press-on nail embedded in the paint, an edge control emergency that halts the game clock like it's a national crisis. Somewhere in the locker room is a full glam squad on retainer, holding setting spray like defibrillators. And the officials? They've seen it all. At this point, refs are trained in both basketball rules and quick wig retrieval. You know the league is built different when part of the post-game stat sheet includes minutes played with lashes intact. Forget field goals. Where's the stat for wig security rating? Because after this, players better start double knotting their bundles like cleats. Let's be honest here. The WNBA isn't just a sports league, it's a traveling reality show with bonus cardio. It's the only place where you can see a crossover, a scuffle, and a synthetic scalp liftoff in one quarter. Like wigs don't just casually try to escape on Tuesdays, even the commentators tiptoed around it like they were trying to describe a UFO sighting without admitting they saw it. There appears to be some sort of foreign object loose on the floor. Sir, that is a 24-inch Peruvian body wave. Please put some respect on it.
Quarters. Well, you knew there was no way in the world I was not going to talk about this morning. Not a chance in the pit of Hades. Pay us what you owe us. That looks freaking, that entire slogan looks ridiculous this morning. It truly does. And the idea that a fan got ejected for heckling this is utterly absurd. And it was players that turned in the fans. What is going on here? What is going on? They literally, that's the lowest of low-hanging fruit. A wig fell off of a player, and you got mad because a fan decided to use it to heckle? Are you joking?
The deeper issue here isn't just a wig flying off, it's the complete circus that surrounds it. This league is already walking a tightrope between performance and parody. Players are giving everything on the court. Well, most of them. But the audience is tuning in for the plot twists. Because let's face it, pretending to play basketball, pretending there's a sold-out arena, and now pretending to have hair. It's a full production musical where the ball just happens to bounce. And the NBA keeps writing the checks like this is all part of the master plan. Maybe they're supporting women's sports. Maybe they're just committed to funding the most entertaining soap opera since Dynasty. Meanwhile, the online trolls are having a field day. Social media's ablaze with memes of flying wigs, slow-motion replays, and AI-generated footage of the weave doing post-game interviews.
Latest fantasy presented by the WNBA, we have a story involving synthetic hair? I didn't know the Wicked Weave Joy Reid applied to be a WNBA player. I knew she was looking for work. I knew she was desperately searching for gainful employment, along with a reliable form of transportation. When MSNBC fired the artist formerly known as Weave back in February, they also confiscated her broom.
One fan joked that the wig had better handles than half the players on the floor. Harsh? Maybe. But when your hairpiece gets more airtime than your three-point percentage, it's time for a team meeting, or at least a stronger wig cap. Of course, the league tried to spin it. A moment of vulnerability, they said. A reminder that athletes are human. Please, it had all the drama of a fourth-quarter buzzer beater with none of the actual points. And let's not forget the commentators still trying to take it seriously, as if this league isn't one lace front away from becoming an SNL skit. They're out here analyzing pick and rolls while the internet is dissecting whether it was a closure or a frontal. But maybe that's the WNBA's secret weapon. And no one commits harder than a player gluing down a $700 wig, knowing full well she might get fouled into the front row. That's courage, that's dedication, that's brand loyalty.
I swear I will never root for or like that woman. Yes, that is what happened. Kalia Copper with her 197-pound... Wait, hold on one second. You know how the producer gets at times. It's what now? I'm sorry, it's not a 197-pound wig. It is a 97-pound wig that she staples to her head in order to go out and play professional basketball, where, you know, you're running and cutting and jumping and changing direction and with people and so forth. By the way, those things are dangerous. Like, seriously, they shouldn't be allowed out there anyway because of the motion. And so people talk about elbows. Well, I promise you, I know, because I've also seen it in soccer with young ladies who have used their hair as a weapon on purpose.
In the end, what we're witnessing isn't a sport. It's an experience, a saga, a blend of halftime entertainment and high-maintenance fashion emergencies. The game's outcome? Irrelevant. The real question is, will her next wig survive 4 quarters? And as for the ejected fan, somewhere out there, He's retelling the story like he's a war hero. They couldn't handle the truth, he says. I spoke one line about synthetic scalp detachment and boom, banned for life. Legend. So here we are, one wig, one joke, one ejection, and suddenly the WNBA is must-see TV. Not because of the fundamentals, not because of the stats, but because no one, and we mean no one, no, seriously, this is Hall of Fame level comedy. You've got wigs with more airtime than ESPN analysts, fans getting ejected for having better punchlines than the entire commentary team, and refs who've apparently taken an oath to protect not the players, but their hairstyles. You couldn't write a funnier script if you tried. This isn't a sports league anymore. It's a sketch show with cardio.
You're lucky half the arena didn't have to be thrown out. This reminds me of something Brittany Griner said the other day. She was dogging out fans again. Why? Because they're probably making fun of you getting locked up in Russia? Question mark? Of course they're going to heckle you over that. I mean, maybe you should have thought about that before you took cannabis oil into Russia. I guarantee you that's what that's about. Just my speculation, but no, it's the fans' fault. This league is wild. Hair Jordan.
Let's talk about that announcer trying not to laugh. You could hear his soul fighting for its job. The moment that wig went rogue and caught more wind than a Miami Beach day, the poor guy had to bite his tongue so hard it probably counts as a workplace injury. Every syllable out of his mouth was trembling. She's, down on the court, possible equipment, displacement. Sir, just say it. The wig made a break for it. We all saw it. You don't need to call it an equipment issue like it's a flat tire. That thing lifted off like it was trying to join Elon Musk on Mars, and then came the fan. Oh, the glorious, truth-speaking fan. A hero, a legend, a beacon of common sense in a league that treats criticism like kryptonite. One comment, one harmless, giggle-inducing observation. Remove him, the ref says, like he's Thanos snapping half the audience out of existence. You've got to admire the drama. Not just remove him, banish him, apparently, for the sin of observational humor. Because in the WNBA, laughing is a foul and common sense is a flagrant too.
Let me just say this. I do know that black women, for whatever reason, don't like their real hair because most men don't care. It's really women care about other women's hair and they want to put weave and wigs on to try to impress other women because men did not care. As long as you're doing something with your hair, it's fine. I forgot they did this. They kicked the fan out for making fun of. This is why women will never make as much money as men and why the sport will never be as grand as the male sport. I mean, they can never escape the feminine. This woman got a wig pulled off and somebody made fun of her wig getting pulled off in the middle of the game and they kicked them out of the game.
It's almost too much. The crowd was already trying to hold it together after the wig did a cartwheel, and now the ref is out here acting like Judge Judy in basketball sneakers. All over a fan poking fun at a moment the entire internet was already memeing before the first whistle. It's not just tone deaf, it's Olympic-level overreaction. You've got players fake fighting over rebounds, referees fake fuming over jokes, and fans getting treated like fugitives for cracking the kind of jokes everyone else is already texting in group chats. And fan engagement that feels more like a hostage negotiation. The WNBA has always had a reputation problem, but now it's leaning into it with the grace of a three-legged giraffe. This isn't just a bad look, it's a full-on identity crisis. You can't claim to be tough and competitive while simultaneously needing emotional CPR because a fan made a weave joke. You can't say you want people to care, then throw out the one guy who actually cared enough to laugh.
I was not going to touch this Kalia Copper situation. Yeah, the girl wig fell off in the middle of the game. I'm not here to roast her wig. I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? I'm more so here to talk about the situation in which a fan was thrown out for laughing. That is crazy. That is crazy. I'd be damned if I pay for tickets to a game and something happens and I laugh and y'all throw me out of the game. That's crazy. That is flat out crazy, man. So let's take a look. And again, this is not about, that is kind of crazy though. Listen, y'all got to figure this out, bro. What is going on with see, you got to be careful with
And let's not pretend this was an isolated moment. The league has a long history of trying to police the vibe. Anytime things get remotely entertaining, they tighten the screws. Trash talk, tone it down. Clowning your own team on social media? Delete it. A lighthearted jab from the stands? Security. This league has the energy of a substitute teacher who hands out detentions for sneezing too loud. All the while, they wonder why the ratings won't move. Here's a clue. If your audience is afraid to laugh, they're probably not coming back. The WNBA keeps begging for attention like it's the misunderstood middle child of sports, then punishes anyone who gives it attention the wrong way. God forbid someone doesn't clap the exact way they wanted. The league's official response? Silence. As if pretending it didn't happen will somehow unviral the footage. Meanwhile, the internet's been baptizing that wig in every meme format known to man. Slow motion edits, dramatic reenactments, even a remix with gospel music and wind sound effects.
Alyssa Thomas, your favorite player, my favorite person, will always hold a special place in my heart, forever known going forward as Big Rugby, has had a fan kicked out of a game we are going to talk about. Yes, we're going to have a little fun. Those of you easily offended by things that people used to just laugh at and move on from, this may not be for you. But as you can see here, the W360, shout out to her, Alyssa Thomas, really had an attendee ejected because they were making fun of Cockhopper's wig.
And every single one of them gets more engagement than the actual highlight reel from the game. Because, let's be real, the most exciting thing that happened on the court was the Wigs' escape plan. It's a shame, really, because there's potential buried somewhere under the glitter and overreaction. But moments like this show just how disconnected the league is from the world outside its echo chamber. People aren't tuning in to see 40 minutes of solemn seriousness. They want fun. They want flair. And if the most compelling storyline of the night is whether someone's lace front survives a double team, then maybe it's time to stop ejecting the fans who make it worth watching. And now that the clip's gone viral, what's the league's next move? Silence it? Double down on the seriousness? Maybe they'll implement a new rule. No commentary on hairstyles unless it's pre-approved by the Glam Committee? Or maybe they'll start handing out technicals for disrespecting synthetic assets. You know, for consistency.
A WNBA player's wig fell off during the game, and they ejected a fan for making fun of her. Check this out.
Bounced around a lot, but at the end, I went through the
ejection is crazy. Ridiculous.
I'm glad you ain't defending that. Fuck.
The ejection is insane. The wig falling off, all right, that's just funny. We all joke about that, whatever. But ejecting a fan, because I'm pretty sure I heard her right, saying just for making fun. Come on.
It's chaos, but it's the WNBA's own brand of chaos. The kind that makes you wonder if anyone at headquarters is watching the same games we are. Because if they were, they'd know this fan didn't disrupt the show. He made the show. He gave the people something to talk about, something to laugh at, something finally that wasn't just box scores and press releases pretending everything's fine. But no, the fan's gone. Or banned slow clappers for not meeting the enthusiasm quota. Whatever happens, one thing's for sure. The wigs may fly, the fans may fall, but the comedy always wins.